Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where we review anything and everything. And today I'm just doing a quick update on some of the mods that I did for my Lego Ghost Ship. Now, I threw just a couple of the extra pieces that came with it just laying around, and I just kind of threw them on the top here just because why not, right? You know, it gives it a little bit more of its own kind of little flow, little greeveling on it, just just giving it my own flavor. But that's not really the main thing. But we have all these extra pieces just laying around inside the set. It's like, why not just use them? But I'm going to show you the main little upgrades I did just in terms of the interior. It wasn't much, but I had mentioned about that previously of what I was going to do. So essentially, what I did was I was going to make a bed set in the back, and I mentioned at the time that I got rid of these. They were two circular, 2x2 circular. You can see right there is one of them, full brick size and height, and they were stacked on top of each other for pillars. Now I got rid of those in the original build. Now I had added obviously these bed areas, and you can see how they were built up. Now I I knew that the figures would be able to fit underneath there, so that way it kind of used that space that wouldn't be usable for anything else. You can't stand someone up there, but you can lay them down there. Now, originally in the middle here, well, I was gonna put on the top layer anyway. I put some extra padding up there, or some of that tan padding, light tan padding of the same bed color, because it just kind of went better hand in hand with it when that was done, as opposed if I just left that white. So it gives it a more complete feel. But in addition to that, if you just had that little silver panel that would be there naturally in the build, it still looks fine. But because I wanted to put a table somewhere inside the ship, I was gonna put a table standing up right in the middle. But then the problem is I feel like I was using up too much of that interior space. So then I threw it over there, because obviously when people eat, it's almost like a little night table in between both beds. And I made up some kind of little fruit thing there. We'll just call that some kind of lemon-ish type of fruit or something like that. And then a little bottle of something to drink. And that's pretty much it. So it's not a lot of crazy stuff that was done, just really that. But I did it because, like I said, I definitely wanted to have a sleeping quarters in this. I didn't want it to be too overwhelming when I was going to do the sleeping quarters. So that's kind of the style I went with. But in addition, if you had those panels still coming down, what you can do instead is increase. I wish I had something to point with right now, but you could essentially increase. Hold on. Let me use this Inquisitor blade. Increase the height of this piece right here, as far as, they had that one base black tile that's right there, that's in the natural build. You can smooth it out by adding another 1x2 brick here underneath where that table is. Then add bricks on this side, add bricks on this side, raise up the level to where it's equal to that white bar, that's that supporting bar that's underneath these tiles here. All that they're even level, and just make that one big long bed that would be a 6x3 in size. And then that way you would just then have all of that space, just around here, if you had those pillars there, because then it would still work. But in this case, I went that route because I had to remove those pillars. So now I was able to have two beds instead of just one really big bed that anyone could kind of share, but that would be the case. Or if you had it like that all across, maybe it could just be one long bench seat that people could sit on. And even though you wouldn't, you wouldn't have the kind of room where two people lay down, but maybe you could have it where two people can kind of sit next to each other facing that way. So you can go that route as well. The only other thing I did was, of course, I like the idea of a bright red captain's chair. So I did that for General Syndulla. So you can see right there, just throwing in the seat there. I think it works. There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't look bad. And Obviously, you know, a person's not going to be having a lot of room to step around it, but at least it looks like, you know, that's the captain's chair. So that's about it. All right, you guys. Catch you in the next video.